Hey folks, welcome to the iPhone 14 Pro versus S22 Ultra speed test. It's a test between the Apple A16 Bionic and Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. We have a RAM of 6 gigs on the iPhone and 12 gigs on the S22 Ultra. Both phones are running on their latest software version and all apps were updated to their latest versions prior to this test. Some details will keep appearing on your screen throughout this test, and I will now kick this off with a boot test. Both phones are powered off at the moment, and let's boot them up now. Alright, the iPhone 14 Pro easily wins the boot test. Samsung still needs to improve the boot time of its phones. The S22 Ultra just lags a lot. Next up, we have the Face ID unlock enabled on both the phones. Let's check it out. Looks like the iPhone is just way ahead here as well. Let me give you a quick idea of the benchmark scores on these phones. The Antutu score is on your screen and you can see that the iPhone is way ahead. The A16 is a beast. And here is the storage benchmark speed test score of both the phones, and the S22 Ultra is just way ahead of the iPhone here. And here is the Geekbench score of both the phones. The iPhone is ahead clearly. And I will now show you the 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme test as well, just to give you an idea, because this is the only test that I was able to run on both the phones. Okay, I have now closed all the applications and I will start the speed test with the stock apps to show you some animations and stuff. The phone app goes first of all. Phone app is a tie between these phones. The settings app, I think it's a tie again. Let's check scrolling in the settings app. iPhone's animations are too fluid, which is why they seem a bit slow, especially when you are scrolling. The S22 Ultra is just too fast here. Camera app now. The iPhone has loaded it faster. iPhone doesn't have any shutter lag at all. And it seems to be switching between front and rear cameras much faster than the S22 Ultra. For the camera app, the iPhone 14 Pro is a clear winner. Facebook seems to be faster on the S22 Ultra. Instagram also seems faster on the S22 Ultra. The animations are good on both the phones. YouTube also loaded up faster on the S22 Ultra. Remember that these phones are connected to the same Wi-Fi connection and all the options turned on both the phones are same. Let's launch the Google Chrome browser and see how a website loads up. I will load a site that I have never loaded on these phones before. Let's see. Alright, it was neck and neck. The S22 Ultra won by just a tiny bit. Scrolling on the S22 Ultra is too fast for all the applications and pages. Let's go ahead and check out the Quora app now. S22 Ultra has loaded the Quora app faster. Let's check out the Google app now. The Google app surprisingly loaded faster on the iPhone 14 Pro. Let's launch a search query. The iPhone 14 Pro did it faster. It's time for some games. Let's start it with the PUBG Mobile. The game is taking its time and the iPhone 14 Pro has managed to load it faster than the S22 Ultra. Next up is the COD Mobile. Which one will take us to the login screen faster? Let's see. Well, it's the iPhone 14 Pro once again. Let's check out the Asphalt 9 now. The iPhone 14 Pro managed to load the Asphalt 9 faster too. The game looks lovely on both these screens. Let's give a try to some smaller games like the Sonic Dash first. Okay, this time the game has loaded up faster on the S22 Ultra. Both these phones rock a 120Hz refresh rate, and playing runner games on both the displays is fun. Since these happen to be super bright displays, you are actually going to like everything you do on these screens. Let's move on to the last game for now, the Candy Crush Saga. Candy Crush Saga loaded up on the iPhone 14 Pro faster. It's time for some photo and video editing. First, I will edit a same photo in the Lightroom application on both the phones and export it to the gallery. The iPhone 14 Pro did a great job with this one. Now I will edit a same video clip on both the phones in the CapCut application. This clip was originally recorded on the iPhone 14 Pro and I have copied it to my S22 Ultra. I will apply a same filter on both the phones and export this video in 1080p resolution. It looks like the iPhone 14 Pro is just too fast. S22 Ultra is trying to catch up, but it fails to do so. However, it's not that slow. We have pretty much launched all applications, all types of applications that we wanted to check. So let's go ahead and check out the recent applications and see if any phone reloads any of the apps. So far it seems like both the phones are managing all the apps very well in their RAM. The S22 Ultra has reloaded one app, but I guess we can give it a little bit of leverage here. Something might have gone wrong in the background processes because otherwise this phone has great RAM management. With this, our speed test comparison comes to an end. The iPhone 14 Pro outperformed the S22 Ultra for all the things that matter the most. For example, the boot test, the photo and video editing, and the games. The S22 Ultra was not slow, but to beat a phone like the iPhone 14 Pro, it would need its successor to come out. Until then, the iPhone 14 Pro will keep the crown. Let me know what do you guys think about the speed test. What are your thoughts on this new iPhone 14 Pro? Drop it all in the comments section. Subscribe and like if you haven't already done that. With that being said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.